Hello all, welcome to the introduction to the 8051 microcontroller. These are the contents that we are going to study in the 8051 microcontroller. The first one is the importance of 8051, then the architecture, then the link configuration, and then the memory organization of the 8051 architecture. Now we were going to the point, first we are going to study what are the factors that need to be considered in microcontroller selection. So this is the very important concept. Whenever we are going to go for the microcontroller, first we need to decide the factors. The first one is the feature set. The feature sets help us to identify what types of things you are going to use. Second is the speed of the operations. Whatever the functions you are going to design, then what will be the optimal speed that we are going to use for the memory. The next one is the code memory space. The code memory space helps us to identify that how much the program memory that is available with you so that you can design an efficient code. Second one is the data memory space. The data memory space deals with what type of raw data you are going to use. The development support means the compatibility of your 8051 microcontroller. Then the next one is the availability, the power consumption and the cost. These are the managemental conception point of time, but we are going to go for the technical concepts. Now, next point is why we are going to use the 8051. The 8051 is a very versatile microcontroller having the Boolean processor. The 8051 microcontroller supports all the activity that you can go for the lines. The next one is the 8051 architectures that support the 6 external interrupts. Now, what is the meaning of an interrupt? Whenever we want to disturb the external thing or ongoing process, we use the interrupt. So there are two internal interrupts, two external, and two timer. The 8051 also have a 16-bit timer unit controller so that it can be used for the further. These are the features of the 8051 microcontroller that govern us to use the 8051 microcontroller. Then next one is this is the architecture of the 8051 microcontroller. The architecture of the 8051 microcontroller is very much easy. Thus you can imagine that the 8051 architecture comes with the 32-bit pin configuration. This 32-bit pin configurations are divided into 4 parts: port 0, port 1, port 3 and port 4. So in all, the 8051 architecture consists of 18 blocks. In that, 4 blocks are for the pin, and every hardware requires a driver for working. So this 4-pin block is having the 4 driver blocks. So out of 18, these 8 blocks are there of that thing. Then remaining 10 blocks, it consists of the timer unit. The timer unit is essential for keeping the track of the thing that we are going to develop. The next one is the CPU. The CPU is there for activating all your controls, whatever you want. It goes for the Boolean expressions, it goes for the general expressions and all. The next one is the RAM, SFR and ROM. ROM deals with the program memory that you are going to use for the programming. The RAM deals with the data memory that is available for the future programming. The SFR deals with the special function registers that you can use at runtime for initializing your control variable. The next and the most important is the timing and control unit. The timing and control unit help us with the current execution of your program, and it also guides us which thing you are going to use. The next one is the interrupt controller. Now whatever the interrupts that are there, first we have discussed that there are 3 types of interrupt: internal interrupt, external interrupt and SFR interrupt. So the priorities of these interrupts are governed in this interrupt controller, and based on that, which one will be having the higher priority will be given to the CPU for the execution. So in this way, we have studied the 8051 architecture. Now we have gone to the pin configuration of 8051. As we have discussed that there are 40 pins, so each pin is divided into a block of 8, so that governs us by 82 blocks, and this will help us in covering the technology. Now, these are the silent architecture. These are the silent features of the 8051 architecture that we have studied in the diagram. Now, Next point of time is the memory organization, that is the core memory. You can see here the program memory is divided into a block of 00H to 55H. These blocks are divided based on the 15 ABF RAM. Now when we consider the EA equals to 1 and EA equals to 0, we are going to compute the pin selections, and in this way we are going to have the pin height. In this way we can go for the external memory organization that gives us the latch of 8051 block that help us in identifying the address bus in accordance with the data bus. Thank you.